Hello, my beautiful diamonds and my beautiful Teletubby. SheilaTruelove here with you. You know, when you look at the dating scene and the way it is for 2025 and for the millennials and the Generation Z, it has changed drastically. So I was looking at something on Facebook, you know, some of the videos there, and there was a young lady, she was speaking of, you know, when you go on these dates, you have these men who they're always constantly expecting something from you, especially when it comes to smecks. And every time he brings up that topic, then you should bring up money. You want to bring that up, so to ask him, what do you plan to do for me financially? Now, is that being a 304? No. Let me share this video with you, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Because this beautiful lady, she made so much sense. And I don't mean to like support Shira 7. At the same time, when you look at the type of dudes that are out here, and I want to share a couple of things with you also. The moment they get what they want, and then all of a sudden you become an irritation. We have so much to talk about. Let me just share this with you. Okay, here she goes. She says, when it comes to dating, if he hints at this at any point, then say this.
Or relationship, and I'm going to get into why. First off, disclaimer, I don't give a rat's ass any longer about someone saying, well, that sounds like prostitution. Well, that's funny, because let's break down what society does to a woman when she gives it up out of love. It's odd that society tells you to not be materialistic, not do any of these things, right? And somehow you're supposed to fall in love with words and with men and their words. And when you do just that very thing, I don't care if it's 3 dates, I don't care if it's 3 months. Somehow, if he gets the goods and replaces you, leaves you, it becomes the woman's fault because, well, your standards were on the ground. So is it better to be used up, played, traumatized for absolutely free? Or do you get over your trauma faster because you can count up some money? I don't give a shit anymore what anyone says it is called. I would rather women now get money, because the reality is he's going to disrespect you either way. First and foremost, when a man looks at you and wants to date you, he wants to bang. I don't give a shit who you are as a man. You are not thinking, wow, look at that personality. Wow, look at the mother of my kids. Look at my lifelong partner. Please stop it. What he's doing is he's blatantly telling you how he wants to your body for absolutely free. Why would you sit there like a lady and let him talk that way to you? If you rolled out your list of standards and finances was on there, he's got an issue, along with society and quite a few pick-me's. I would say your life is your own. You are in charge of your standards and your destiny. Stop giving a rat's ass about people telling you what it looks like and sounds like because you would rather something monetary. Here's the reality, and this is also something I want to get at that just really pisses me off. When a guy says, well, why should I buy you gifts and do anything for you? Why should I put money in your hand? You're not my wife yet. Funny enough, if you can't do it now, you're trying to get laid, you're never going to do it when you're in a relationship. In fact, you're going to throw it up in her face that you didn't have to do anything in order to get the goods in the first place. So why are you holding me to such a high standard now? You realize when you sleep with a man, you've already did the part of a wife.
Yep.
Where's the lie? Hold on, can I see it? Either. Is the lie hiding out with the 0 fucks? I can't find it. Where's the lie in that? I find it disgraceful that a man can hint at what doesn't work for him and what a deal breaker is when he's on a date. Oh, I'm very affectionate. Oh, I love touch. My love language is lots and lots of intimacy, like. But if a woman says, well, great, you know what? Let me stop you right there. Well, let's just talk money. What are you planning on doing for me financially? And then it becomes a problem.
Yep.
Be a problem. Make it a problem. And hint at what he thinks he expects to get. Why aren't you hinting at what you want? You're already being disrespected. So just cut the date and put that all out there on the table and tell him what you expect. Then they want to mention love. Well, that's funny. You're not interested in love. You're interested in using me. You're interested in disrespecting me. What do you mean what happened to love? Y'all unalived it. That's what happened to love. Y'all men unalived it. Now we're matching your energy. First of all, to be a woman and you not know that the moment a man looks at you and walks in your direction, he wants to bang you, something's wrong with you. And any man that tells you otherwise is a goddamn liar. He's a liar. So at any point in time when he mentions anything sensual, anything, he's hinting, he mentions something that leads towards mention money. Reality is he's trying to pay you in food, and I find that to be highly insulting.
Very much, yep.
This is why I say all of the talking on the phone, this should be established. This is why if he waits to get you in person and say that, still, you already know to use a line like this, you're cutting the date. That's why you're going to use that line. You don't care. You're not planning on doing anything with him. Say it and then just exit stage left. If there's any confusion for anyone intimidated and scared to stand up when a man says something pertaining to going home and doing something, I don't care if it's 3 months. Honey, he can wait 3 months and get it and still dump you. Now you got trauma, you're pissed off, and you got empty pockets. Make him start practicing how to be a provider. This way, when you get the goods and you're like, well, it didn't work out, at least you got something to show for it. Anyway, that's the video. I don't care who I piss off. You already know that by now, and if you didn't, now you do.
Now, you know, if it's one thing that I love a powerful woman with a backbone. And you already, if you look at my videos, you already know that I'm not really like a gold digger type of girl. And I'm a 50-50 type of girl, but at the same time, when you listen to what she's saying, she made a lot of sense. Whenever he brings up smacks, you bring up money. And let me tell you another thing that I wanted to make clear. You have men who say, well, you want smacks too. The thing is, I have spoken to, and I know of so many women who have never even experienced the big O or have gone to the promised land. I have yet to meet a man who has never, reached the promised land. They always get something out of it. Whereas the woman, the lady, all she gets out of it is a wet behind. A lot of them have premature, ejaculation issues. They have erectile dysfunction issues. And what is she getting out of it? You see, what she's giving to him is guaranteed. So that's why you see a lot of the men who are willing to pay for the smacks, because they're guaranteed to get what they want out of it. With her, it's like rolling the dice. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Yeah, you're supposed to pay in that instance. But like she says, whenever he brings up smacks, you bring up money. Ask him, let's say this together. What do you plan to do for me financially? What do you plan to do for me financially? At any time he wants to talk about anything that's sensual or smexual, always mention money. And if he tries to call you a 304 or a smostitute, this is sad in this era. You can't even say words, man. If he tries to put you in that same category, no, baby, I'm nothing of a 304. You know what I am? I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher, and I'm trying to teach you how to be a man. A man provides. That has nothing to do with being a 304. Like I said, I'm a teacher. And please, don't do anything less, never do it less for $1,500, and make sure he puts that in your Cash App, your PayPal, your Venmo, or your Zelle account. Because they always benefit, and then the moment they get what they want, they're ready to throw you by the wayside. Let me show you the perfect example of what I'm talking about. Now, this is a dude. He flies the girl out. That's what a lot of people do. I don't know why women would sit up there and fly out to go someplace foreign where you don't know anyone. That's not safe. That's not wise. At the same time, just look at this. I don't know whether it's a skit. At the same time, it's based on real life. Let's take a look.
You was sending me so I had to fly your fine ass out for real. Had me licking the phone and shit. Look, you got me blushing. I need to have you right now. Come on.
So what do you have planned for us?
I didn't really think that far ahead. I just kept thinking about this.
We could go to Santa Monica. We could go to the beach. We could see the ocean. We could go watch a movie.
You put your suitcase on my bed right next to my pillow?
You're a germaphobe or something?
No, I'm a Capricorn. Can you move that off the bed? Yeah, you might want to slow down. I don't want you stuck for your flight tomorrow.
Right. I'm here for the weekend.
The weekend?
Mm-hmm. Look.
I booked this?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have any friends in L.A.? You don't know anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Who you know out here?
You.
Wait, so you met someone off the internet, you flew to see him, and you don't know anybody in the city? That's irresponsible.
So we just gonna stay in the house all day?
I mean, nah, I just be in the house chilling for real. I don't really go outside much. I'm not a people's person.
Well, I'm not an inside chick. I need to be seen.
I mean, we got like 3 mirrors. You can go film a TikTok. You can look at yourself. You can do a lot.
I want to go to Malibu. I want to go see the water.
Hell no. Malibu, that's where the Crips be at. They be shooting over there.
In Malibu?
Yeah, that's where they go to think of their next victim. Nah, let's chill inside where it's safe. I gotta make a move with my boss. I'll be right back, though.
Oh, I'll go with you.
Nah, he don't like a lot of people with me, though. But I like this cleaning, though.
Yeah, but I've been cleaning all day and I've been in the house.
Hey, don't be like that. Okay, you a homebody. You wifey.
Slow down, bro. What's on your mind, dog?
Bro, I flew this chick out for the weekend. It should have been one day. Okay? As soon as I hit, she became annoying. Putting a suitcase on my bed.
I want to just focus on that part. As soon as I hit, she became annoying. You see how their mind works? So now you have to school this fool. Okay, I'm going to teach you what a man is supposed to be. No, I'm not a smarstitute. I'm not a 304. I'm going to school you here today. And if you didn't know, you're going to know now. A man, what does he do? Yeah, let's talk money. What are your plans for me financially? I mean, really? And you talking about my body too? Are you serious?
Right here, this is a certificate of death.
I tired of all those pictures you were sending me, so I had to fly your fine ass out for real. Had me licking the phone and shit. Look, you got me blushing. I need to have you right now. Come on.
So what do you have planned for us?
I didn't really think that far ahead. I just kept thinking about this.
We could go to Santa Monica. We could go to the beach. We could see the ocean. We could go watch a movie.
You put your suitcase on my bed right next to my pillow?
You're a germaphobe or something?
No, I'm a Capricorn. Can you move that off the bed? Yeah, you might want to slow down. I don't want you to stop for your flight tomorrow.
Right. I'm here for the weekend.
The weekend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I booked this?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have any friends in LA? You don't know anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Who you know out here?
You.
Wait, so you met someone off the internet, you flew to see him, and you don't know anybody in the city?
Mm-hmm.
That's irresponsible. It is irresponsible.
We just gonna stay in the house all day?
I mean, nah, I just be in the house chilling for real. I don't really go outside much. I'm not a people's person.
Well, I'm not an inside chick. I need to be seen.
I mean, we got like 3 mirrors. You can go film a TikTok. You can look at yourself. You can do a lot.
I want to go to Malibu. I want to go see the water.
Hell no. Malibu, that's where the Crips be at. They be shooting over there.
In Malibu?
Yeah, that's where they go to think of their next victim. Nah, let's chill inside where it's safe. I gotta make a move with my boss. I'll be right back, though.
Oh, I'll go with you.
Nah, he don't like a lot of people with me, though. But I like this cleaning, though.
Yeah, but I've been cleaning all day and I've been in the house.
Hey, don't be like that. Okay, you a homebody. You wifey.
Slow down, bro. What's on your mind, dog?
Bro, I flew this chick out for the weekend. It should have been one day. Okay? As soon as I hit, she became annoying. Putting a suitcase on my bed. I tired of all those pictures you were sending me, so I had to fly your...
Okay, here's another quick skit.
Nigga, a travel nurse. You know they be paid. Yeah, we finna go eat right now.
Welcome to a Beautiful Life. My name is Destiny. I will be your server today, okay?
Okay.
Can I get you guys anything to drink, appetizers, food?
I definitely want to try the oxtail mac and cheese.
Lamb chops. Let me get some lamb chops. Throw that in
The
there.
egg rolls. The egg rolls. Like the shrimp egg rolls.
Give me some fries. Any fries you suggest?
Garlic shrimp fries.
Garlic shrimp fries. Let me get them too. We finna
Double
go
salt in
crazy.
there too, or?
Triple shot.
Triple shot?
Yeah, we finna go crazy. Look. I never really understood the travel nurse life. Like, I was just eating like drug dealers. I'm like actually living it right now. This is crazy. Y'all really eating like crazy.
Thank you.
Oh, it's the bill. I'll read it for you. How much you got? $3.25? I got the 25 for sure. You go ahead and get the 3.
I'm not paying for this. You invited me here.
No, hell no, I invited you here because on your stories you be talking about I'm paid and put up and pretty and stuff. What about, suppose you put up some money for this bill?
No. So you brought me here because I was taking care of you. You're not even my man. Like, be for real.
And you not my girl. I'm not going to pay the whole thing. You not my girl. You talking about you a traveling nurse anyway. Y'all make a lot of money. I'm not going to pay for this. Make sure you wash those dishes. Hey, mind your damn business, Charles. I'm just letting you know. You let me know nothing. You don't run me. I swear to God, I ain't trusting a travel nurse ever again.
Now, this next clip I'm going to share with you is a man who tries to explain to these men what it means to be a real man. How often do you run into these type of dudes? Even though I don't 100% agree with him with all of this. Well, just let me share this with you.
44 years old, man, United States Marine veteran, 4 tours in combat.
Do you really believe that it's always been a man's job to be the provider?
That's the traditional way of life. I'm older, obviously. I'm not about that young shit where we split the fucking bill or whatever. That shit's embarrassing. A man's duty is to provide for his female. The modern world, we have feminism and wokeism and all this fucking bullshit where it's okay, women, go make your money. But in reality is, they don't pay the bills. A woman's money is her money. Your money is hers. So she keeps all her shit, so however much money a female makes doesn't matter to a man.
So you think it's warranted when a woman wants a man to drop the bag on her?
Oh, 100%. If you want the traditional values of commitment and honesty, and she's going to bear your children and you're going to take care of her, like, that's the minimum you could do, is provide financial prowess, protection, and then make children. That's our purpose as human beings. You can't meet that for your partner, you got a long ways to go.
Wow, ladies. These men on social media, a lot of them are definitely educating women and teaching all of us. Because I was like, what? I don't believe in all of this. Like, well, you know, she's supposed to be around children because, you know, everyone wasn't created to be a parent. When you look at some of these horrible mothers, toxic mothers and toxic fathers, they were never meant to be a parent. And marriage is not for everyone. So when he says that's what human being is all about, not necessarily. I don't agree with that. At the same time, you know, the point is, men are supposed to be providers. They are built for that. And when he says that his money is their money and her money is her, that's like a dream. Would I be comfortable with all of that? I don't mind it, you know, because when he don't have it, I'm always going to be a worker. I'm always going to be someone who's going to have the money and have the bag, always. So when he don't have it, or you never know, unforeseen occurrences do happen. But the thing is, men are definitely supposed to be providers. But getting back to that young lady that I shared with you the first time, you know, when you're dealing with these men of 2025 or these modern day men or these men who are now hanging out on dating apps and Instagram, what are they focused on? They're trying to see different ways that they can smex with you. But I love the way she gave you some ammunition to fight back, because the moment he brings up money, I mean smex, you bring up money. What do you plan to do for me financially? I mean, that's just simple. And if he needs me to text it to him before I even meet you for this date, you know, and don't even talk to me about no smex before 3 months. Me personally, I say 7, lucky number 7. You're bringing up some smex before 7 months. I've already discussed it with you because you're a 304. And if I could get you in the sack before 3 months, honey, then to me, he's a 304. And you can't trust, I don't care what gender you are, a 304. So if I could get if I could get any dude, and who can't? And then you're willing to lay up with me without condoms or using protection? Man, I know you straight up trash. That's trash. You probably you got all kind of, and I don't care how many tests we take. No, they don't have a test for HPV when it comes to men, okay? But let me reiterate the best way to get him to stop focusing so much on trying to go at your body, you start mentioning money. What do you plan to do for me financially? And if he talks about something sensual, like send me a pic, you know how they do. They want to send you these pics, or anything that has to do with sexual, always mention money. That does not make you a smarstitute. I can't even say the word. That don't make you a 304, honey. That makes you a teacher. And you're teaching this character how to be a man. What is a man? Number one, yo, son, you are a provider. And if you didn't know, I'm going to teach it to you today. You can call me what you want to, but this lesson will be learned. And never start off cheap. $1,500, and I do everything protected. Trust and believe that. You're not my husband, you will be using protection. So I wanted to share that with you, and it's a good ammunition for you to fight back with when he keeps constantly trying to go at you for your body. And some guys, they'll be like, yeah, I got the money, $1,500 or what have you. And they are willing to put that money in your cash account because a lot of men don't have no problem. I met a dude. I was standing outside in front of my building, and I had a dude had propositioned me. And I said, really? That's the way you see me? Is that a fact? I said, okay, $1,500. He said, all right. It was a Caucasian man. He said, all right. He was ready to pay. And then, of course, I laughed because I said, I really don't get down like that, sweetheart. I take time, at least 3 months. Of course, I don't take 3 months. It takes me at least 7 months. But that's just to give you an idea of how I operate. And when he's ready to come at you with the money and say, yeah, I got it, make sure he ain't trying to hit you up before no 90 days. Come on. And anytime, trust me when I tell you, my beautiful diamonds and my Teletubbies, anytime you could get a man in bed before 3 months, that's not a man you could trust. That's a red flag. That's a 304. He will sleep with your mother, your cousin, your sister, your brother, anybody, your best friend. He's easy. No one can trust a 304, honey. They have no morals, no values, no decent values, no principles. Come on. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you, and I hope you appreciated it, and I hope you learned something from it. That's right. Don't forget, what do you plan to do for me financially? Let's say it together 3 more times. What do you plan to do for me financially? What do you plan to do for me financially? Am I like I told you, son, I already schooled you on this. I mean, how slow are you? Because some people are slow. Don't associate me with no 304. You're supposed to see me as a teacher. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.